Hello, my name is Sir Shit, and I'm here to talk to you today about shadow banning, I guess. I don't like the term shadow banning, but I guess that's what we're calling it. Um, this is totally unscripted. I just explained this whole video and I lost the recording, so I'm recording this, re-recording this. Um, so basically, I have a lot of information for you guys. I have a lot of information for you guys, but basically, um, just to kind of give you an idea of where I'm at, I played RuneScape, old like the old school RuneScape, RuneScape 2, whatever you want to call it, for ever since 2003 up until now. I don't think I ever quit except the gap where it was just RuneScape 3, like OSRS didn't play. Like I did not play RS3. I thought that was the stupidest shit. Um, but basically, yeah, I've been playing for a while, and I remember the day, man. I remember the day the wilderness went away. It went away because real world traders and the economy. I think they just really wanted to control it. It was rampant. They thought it was ruining their game, and I'll be honest. Now that we're in 2020, it is ruining the game. Jagex themselves are ruining their own game for themselves. It's sad. It's sad. So, anyways, throughout my years, I started off as a noob. You know, I didn't even know you could switch combat styles to train other stats. That's how newbie I was. Um, I hacked my friend back in the fucking day for like full bronze and an iron 2H. So, if you're gonna leave $5 next to me, that's you pretty much gone. Just joking. But here, anyways, with this game, man, I watched it grow, and it's kind of cool. It was nice. I learned a lot from this game. But anyways, so around like 2010, 2009, I started getting into the staking side of it. Man, I really killed it back then. Back in the day, I got like a full divine. I had a divine, full Torva. I even had like a Santa Halloween set. This is like before EOC, um, and RS3. But basically, yeah, like that was my prime was like 2009. I'm pretty sure. I don't even remember, to be honest, the exact date. But um, when I got and then I bought it a lot. I bought it a lot. I would just go to like OS bot. I'd go to all these botting websites and just download their botting software and just start buying scripts and get like VIP so I could run like 5 bots at once because I had a badass computer to do it, right? Um, and I would spend all this money and I'd get banned, mass banned because I didn't even know how to set up like a proxy for each one or VPNs. I was not experienced. Um, but anyways, with me botting a lot, I've gotten bans on like every account. All my mains I botted on my. Actually, I had a funny story where I had a bot farm mining Runewars, um, and I would make $10 an hour off this thing, and literally my bot like my bots got mass banned, but because I collected everything, my main got banned as well. So that was the most like unique ban that I ever had. Like I didn't even bot on my main, but because of real world trading. That's my first ever real world trading ban. Never have I ever gotten a real world trading ban other than that one. So, anyways, here we go. So, back about 2 years ago. Oh man, I need to drink for this. Oh, it's horrible. So, anyways, guys, about 2 years ago, I was getting into botting. I had a shit job, and I just needed to make some more income. And I had this fabulous idea because I saw this. I'm like, what's the best bot to use in RuneScape? Like, if you're gonna bot, what's the best bot? And through the calculations, the best bot to use is a gambling bot. That's by far the best, most profit you'll ever get. I mean, for as little money up front, you can get the highest returns from a gambling bot. Versus, like, you'd think maybe a Grand Exchange bot, like a merchant bot, but that just requires so much money to make money. I can't imagine that making as much money as a staking bot. But anyways, so I buy a staking bot, right? Dude, let me tell you guys how bad this bot was. This bot was so bad. It was so bad, in fact, that it could not change attack styles, okay? It could not change the amount it wagered, okay? So when I started the bot, I would tell it, hey, wager 3 mil. And that's all it did for 6 hours. It would stay on flick and stake 3 mils for 6 hours. And when it was like in the dual screens, it would take forever to get through those screens. Like there was no like, it was not fast. I mean, it took its sweet ass time. So if you staked my bot like 10 times in a row, it never got used to you. So like, it would not speed up for you. It would always take the same amount of time, so it was very bad. And it would only stake 3 mils. So if you stake me 10 times in a row, like, you're most likely gonna want to stake like a 6 mil. You're gonna want to double up. A lot of people did. People are gonna want to double up, and the bot just refuses to double up. It just stays at 3 mil, man. So by far one of the most static bots. And I've had bots, man, that are super dynamic. Like, I've had Zora bots, I've had, Corp bots, I've had some really sick bots, and those always get banned. They always get banned. Like, within a couple of days. Like, it doesn't take long. And, man, I would run this bot to the fucking ground. I mean, I had this bitch running on an account. I could pull up the account, but I'm not. I had an account with 99 attack, strength, defense, HP, and 1 in everything else. So it's a 113 or 112 combat, and all it is 99 attack, strength, defense, and HP. It was definitely clearly, like, people are like, shit, your account's bought. Like, I bought my account, and I'm pretty sure they botted it. If they hand leveled it, whatever. So I'm on this account, and I'm using this fucking bot, and so, the logout timer is 6 hours. After 6 hours, the game cuts you out. So I would run it for 6 hours, and most likely run it for another 6 hours right after that. Oh, man, that was bad. I needed to cough. So for 6 hours, all this thing is doing is staking 3 mils, and only on flick, and it's taking forever on these dual screens. I mean, people would even say in the chat, "You're a bot." Like, like it was super obvious I was a bot. But I still have that account, and I never got banned. Never got banned on this shitty staking bot. But here's where things got interesting. Things got interesting with the money. So my bot, so I'd put 100 mil on this bot, and I would let it run for 6 hours. It would have a 60% win rate. like a 50, anywhere from a 55 to a 65% win rate over 6 hours of doing that. Okay. And I would come back to, like, my 100 mil would pretty much be like 200 mil. Like I would have like 180 mil, 170, 210, anywhere between like 160 and 240, anywhere in that range. I'd come back to. So, I'm fucking killing it over here, right? But you know how gamblers are. So as soon as I stop this bot after it's 6 hours, I would be like, okay, made some money. Maybe if I can, maybe if I stake the profits. Ooh, that's how I zoom in. Maybe if I stake the profits, I can literally make some more money. Because that'd be the most ideal. Like, just take your profit, your winnings, and stake that. So I'd take, like, the 100 mil, and I would stake it all. I would start doing 10s, 20s, 40s, 50s, maybe an 80. Who knows? Depending on where I'm at and what I lost. And I would lose my money. I would even start staking what my bot had, the 100 mil. I would even start staking that. And I just lost it all. I didn't think of it at the time, whatever. It's just regular. It's just the usual, There's nothing to it. So I did this. So here was kind of the circle. The loop was, I'd buy 100 mil, I'd put it on my bot, I'd let it run for 6 hours, I'd come back 6 hours later, right? It would always profit, always. I did this 13 times, okay? All 13 times that I bought 100 mil and staked it, my bot, or let my bot run, my bot would always profit. All 13 times. My bot profit, okay? And I would get anywhere between a 55 and a 65% win rate, okay? And every time I would start staking, I would lose. And, with me saying it like this, I mean, you see where this is going. But I didn't realize it until the 13th time. Because what I would do is, after 6 hours, my bot would run, and I would stop the bot, and I would just take over. I wouldn't even bot on the botting client. I would move to RuneScape client and everything. Okay. Well, this time, I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna stake on this bot client, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, I just like, whatever. So, instead of stopping the bot, I paused it. And when I'm paused, it's still calculating my odds. I was staking for like 30 minutes, and I was watching my odds and my odds were for 6 hours, by the way. My account had 6 hours of data sitting there, okay? I just won, like, I went, like, had a 60% win rate, just made all this money, and, over 30 minutes, I was watching my win rate tank. I mean, it was unrealistic. I was winning like one out of 13 games. I was winning, like, my odds were a 13% win rate. It was insane what my odds were. And like 1 out of 10 times, 1 out of 9 times. Anyways, at that moment, I realized that they were watching me. I realized Jagex was watching me and dictating my odds based off of my stakes. They realized that the bot was staking 3 mil. For one, they knew I was botting. They knew I was botting for sure. And two, I can explain how they know in a minute, but I know they're watching me because my odds are just changing based off of what my amount is. Once you start staking 10 and 20 mil, they're like, okay, yeah, that's the gambler right there. And so anyways, I'm gonna pull this up real quick. So this right here. This is oh, you can't see it. Oh, you can't see it. I'll add it in. But basically, what you're seeing, if I can edit it in, is a website to sell gold. Now, I've bought and sold gold on this website for years. Years. I mean, ever since like before EOC. Like I was buying this shit in like '09. So, damn. It's been 10 years I've been using this website, man. That's insane. So anyways, I've been using this website, and these people have been selling gold for RuneScape for a long time. And it's actually very easy. I mean, think about it. If you're RuneScape and you don't want real world traders in your game, and you have all these well-known websites, like even the bots in RuneScape that are saying, buy from this website. Like RuneScape sees that shit, right? Like, they're not that blind. Like they know about these websites. And I bet you they fucking sell on them. I bet you they're selling their own fucking gold. In fact, I'm pretty confident they are. All signs kind of point to yes. So easily, if you're RuneScape, you could easily catch these guys. You could just go on there, spend $10 with this guy right here. I mean, there's hundreds, but you could spend $10 right here and take them out of the game. That's simple. You could easily do that. All right, and I've always thought of that. Like, what the fuck? Like, how can these guys sell RuneScape gold and just not get away with it? I mean, yeah, sure, there are some methods. I've thought of plenty of not selling gold and not getting caught, but I think the best way to sell gold and not getting caught is when you are the game. When you're the game. When you're the police, right? Like that's the best fucking money. So anyways, I would buy 100 gold, 100 mil, 100 gold, 100 mil from these guys, and they would fucking watch me go from Lumbridge, World 308, all the way to Duel Arena, and start staking. And they would just watch me, dude. The odds, like, look, in 2008, 2007, these guys were willing to change their whole game. They were willing to destroy their game, their precious game, over real world traders. Okay? Now, they are destroying the game based off of being the real world trader. Back in the day, it was kind of cool in 2007. Like, I can imagine how awesome it was to make money in 2007. Like, I could just imagine, like, it was just like, that was the golden age. Like, if you were all 99s in 2007, shit, the world was your oyster. I bet you could make more than 45K a year in 2007 just by having a maxed account and doing things like, I don't know, killing abyssal demons. Who fucking knows, dude? I don't even know. So, or like just merching in general. Holy shit, scamming a bit. So anyways, off topic. So I did this about 13 times, man. I was creating formulas and models, and the only reason I was so involved in this is because I was trying to make money for myself in real life, so I could live comfortably. And RuneScape can live more comfortably because they fucked me. I know they fucked me. And so anyway, when I'm explaining this to people, this is, I've explained this like 20 times. I've put this shit on Reddit. I've explained it to people. Man, people look at me like, yo, what type of tin hat shit you on, bud? Like, literally, what are you smoking? They're like, are you insane? Do you need mental help? Like, and I honestly thought they were right. I'm like, fuck, because I'm a math nerd. I love mathematics. Like, so like, this shit was awesome. And it's sad when like math doesn't work. Math always works. Okay, you wake up, E equals MC squared. That shit always works. It doesn't just like one day wake up and it doesn't work. It doesn't do that. It's always like that. So like I'm thinking, oh, math's just broke. I'm fucking retarded. I'm the baddie. And yeah, I am retarded. I am the baddie. But it wasn't me, and it just really sucks to see. Like at the time, I'm just beating myself up. I'm like, fuck, I'm retarded. But it feels good to know that it wasn't me. Like, it was kind of just a theory, but people are actually realizing it and understanding that it is in fact a real thing. And for me to go through it and try to say, hey, this is an actual thing, is one thing, but to actually use logic and reasoning, you did not need to know. You did not need to stake and create a staking bot. You did not need to do what I did to realize that Jagex is doing this. You could easily just tell that Jagex would do this. I mean, think of it. If you have people selling your gold, okay, if you can generate your product, I mean, fucking RuneScape Gold is literally RuneScape's product, okay? If you're selling their product, it's like a fucking drug dealer, dude. They'll, like, if you have a drug dealer down the road, right, and, like, like, let's say, somebody's got to get their drugs from somewhere, right? So let's say there's a kingpin, right? He has, like, all the weeds. He has all the marijuana, okay? And let's say I want to kind of be like a semi kingpin. I want to sell under him, right? He's gonna push some product to me. He's gonna make some money off me, right? He's not gonna give me his price. He's not gonna give it to me for what he got it for. He's not just gonna hand me free money, right? He's gonna profit some, okay? So, mine has got to be more expensive than his, right? No matter what, okay? Like, for me to make money, I have to have more expensive product than he does, basically. So let's say he gives me a pound for $1,000, and of course, I'm gonna try to distribute it. I'm gonna make more than $1,000, right? I'm gonna try to sell it for at least $1,200, right? I'm gonna make $200. Okay, so think about it. If RuneScape can make this stuff for free, literally, there's no fucking cost, and gold sinks are implemented in the game, so they don't need to worry about inflation. In fact, they could just ban people. They could ban 10 bill right there, and that's fucking $5,000 right there out of the game. So, I mean, like, they're in control. They're in fucking full control. I mean, they are the government. They are, and also, I mean, they're everything. So, anyways, you got people selling gold on these gold websites, these popular gold websites. Okay, do you guys think RuneScape could actually lowball? I mean, what do you think their margins are? I mean, they could make money off of selling it for a penny. Okay, but I doubt so on these gold websites, right? If you sort by lowest price, you have like 2 or 3 people that in the very, very top, right, the lowest price, they're lowballing the everyday seller, right? So if about 3 down from the top, you start to have your everyday sellers. I mean, these guys have like 50,000 reviews, right? Like, this guy has 20,000 reviews. The top 3 have, this guy has 4,000, this guy has 14, this guy has 364. That is nothing compared to these guys down here that have 43,000, 21,000, 17,000, 22,000. These guys right here, these guys are RuneScape, okay? These guys are trying to lowball RuneScape, and RuneScape doesn't really fucking care, because RuneScape could just fucking generate this shit. They don't need to lowball some random seller, and by the way, like, chicks is always good, So, I mean, it honestly makes no sense. Like, RuneScape's a black box. You're never gonna. It's like the government, right? You never gonna know what was said behind those closed doors, right? And they don't want you to. That's their game. The government is going to try to make like the people think that their best interest is them, right? That's what governments do, right? Instead, it's always. I mean, greed is a mother. It's a son of a bitch. But power is always to line your pockets. I mean, that's sad, but true. It's especially in this day and age. And with great power comes great responsibility. But RuneScape's full of fucking greasy ass nerds that want to line their own pockets, and I don't blame them, because I am too. I mean, fuck me, right? I mean, it's beautiful what they got going on. I know their fucking game. By default, I know their fucking game, because literally all signs point to yes. They would be fucking stupid not to do this shit, okay? That's how fucking blatant it is. And it's only now that people are starting to realize it. Like, it's insane. But the most fucked up part about all this is the fact that they knew I was botting. Now, to explain that, how they knew I was botting. Dude, I have used some advanced scripts. I've used scripts that nobody's ever used. I've made scripts, like, I've done things, and I'll get banned within a couple days. I was running this staking bot, to the fucking ground, dude. I would get on, play for make it run for 6 hours. As soon as that I would have a timer on my phone set for 6 hours. I'd come back 6 hours, log my account out, log it back in, run it for another 6 hours. And then, like, you know, I'd do like 12 on, 12 off. If you go on any botting website and you go 12 on, 12 off for 2 weeks straight, you're asking for a fucking ban. I mean, Jesus Christ, do you do anything for fun other than just gamble? Like, literally, dude. And not only that, like, my script is dog shit. It's so fucking static. Like, it's... So anyways. They wanted me to bot. They wanted me. They didn't... If they banned my bot, if they banned me, they'd been killing their own income. They know that I'm botting. Like, you could literally do it today. If you wanted to, you could start doing it today. You could start getting the same results as I did. But you don't need to. It's really fucking obvious. Because RuneScape could obviously solve a lot of problems that they're having through other various methods. But they don't want to solve this problem. This is a good problem for them. This is a good problem for them. They're in control, and really, I'm curious to see how the fuck they get out of this situation. Do you remove RNG manipulation? Do you do that? That's fucked. It's super fucked. So, anyways, I really felt this is my first video and only video. I really wanted to make this video because I explained this like 20 times and I just got shat on. I had one person say, dude, that kind of makes sense. Like, I would do that. Like, what? But everybody else, you know, of course, you know, all the sheep. Nah, Jagex would never do that shit. You're fucking... they drank the fucking Kool-Aid and shit. Dude, people are insane, dude. I love it. It just makes me feel so good to know that I'm not a shitter. I mean, I'm a shitter. I'm a shitter, but I know I'm a shitter. That's the difference. So anyways, guys, keep being shitters and enjoy the deterioration of RuneScape.